What's up, guys? This is Trevor with Embers Living. Today we are reviewing the new Alfresco AIPG series. Don't love the name. Let's just get that out of the way. Do you like that name? It doesn't roll off the tongue, right? AIPG. Yeah, I'm calling about the AIPG series from Alfresco. Terrible. That doesn't mean the grill's not gonna be awesome. By the way, this is top of the line grill. This is gonna fall into our luxury category. And we just shot our luxury category because remember, we couldn't get this in time. Did we make a mistake? Does this thing belong in the top 5 luxury? Stay to the end, I'll tell you if I think it does. This grill's cool. This grill has some features that I'm looking for. So this is the bigger size. This is the 42 inch. It does come in a 36 inch as well. I would say almost all luxury customers though are buying the 42. So I think we'll sell a lot more 42 unless you're in a tight space or something like that. It does come built in or on a cart. One of the things I loved about Alfresco before was it's just like a classic, clean looking, really just well-established grill. We got some smart controls here going on. We'll get into that in a second. So spring assisted hood, and see that? See how that light sensor is gonna click on? I'm trying to find the spring. It's like a compact spring assist hood system, which I really like. Then you don't have coils warping or rusting. I don't even see them. This must be it here. See that? Yeah, something's, oh yeah, look at that grease. That's really cool. So this obviously gets hidden in your outdoor kitchen, so you don't even see that. Big hood too, really, really tall. Unique rotisserie burner, we'll talk about that in a second. Let's check this thing out. That's kind of cool. Look at it, it's almost like slotted. So this has different tiers. That's actually, so you could do something low and then have it catching heat here. Let's see. Oh yeah, let's see if that's gonna be a problem. No, that's not a problem at all. I like that. Rear glass infrared rotisserie burner. So did you hear that click? Look at that. So we got a hot surface igniter there. So far, I like these changes. I'm looking for grills that can do something a little bit different, unlike their competitors, because everyone's like, oh, I came out with this new grill, and it's like, there's 100 of those. So far I haven't seen the spring assisted hood system. I haven't seen a warming rack adjustment system like this. The only other brand doing this glass rotisserie is gonna be the Twin Eagles Eagle 1. Guys, if you're in the market for a luxury gas grill, specifically the Alfresco or any other grill that we sell, you wanna ask our sales staff their expert opinion on what luxury gas grill you should get. Give us first stab at the business. Hopefully you're learning a lot from this content. Let us know. We'd love to earn a shot at your business. Thanks so much. Cooking grates are nothing fancy to write home about, but that's not a bad thing, right? Heavy duty stainless steel, nothing wrong with that. Look at that. I mean, that is beefy. Look at like our Lynx. Fire Magic gets a little better. Obviously Twin Eagles is very robust, and the Heston is set up really nicely. Definitely gonna be on par with something like that. So like that a lot. They don't really advertise this, but see this gap here? Now, the old grill, I'm assuming the new grill has the same thing. They allow for adequate airflow here, so this belly bar stays cooler to the touch. So I saw the little sneak peek of this. This thing is awesome. So I love that we actually have like real storage compartments for our rotisserie forks. That's really cool. That's integrated into your drip pan. Awesome. Here's our actual spit rod. So check this out. There's a little connector or handle for it, I guess you'd call it. Cannot fault these guys for attention to detail, that's for sure, and quality. Made in the United States. It's good machinery there. I don't know what you need that. Maybe for when you're holding it, like when you're serving, like are you slicing maybe? That would be hot though. Well, I guess if you have a heat glove on, there it goes. Now another thing, we have 2 settings. So we also can bring it back closer to the burner if we want. Hidden rotisserie motor. Okay, so the only grills that we sell that offer that are gonna be Twin Eagles, Heston, and Alfresco. Where is that motor? It's back here. This is a really well-engineered piece of equipment so far. Love the functionality here. That's not something that you get a lot of. Oh, my wife always tells me I'm not good at putting stuff away, so let's just see. I can tell you right now, my wife would love this grill because there'd be nothing laying out on the countertop at the house. I'll tell you that right now. The ladies are gonna love this. Grease tray, So each burner's got 3 main burners, and even these are heavy. Feel that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
I like how everything's labeled too. Never need to look at the owner's manual or anything with this.
Maximum level. How many people are gonna follow that rule?
Not many.
This has a smoker tray, so it's got a smoker igniter somewhere, so you can fill this up with wood chips, whatever you want. And I like how it stows away really clean. So far, really impressive. Really impressive. Historically, grills have 2 sort of flame tamers, right? We have ceramic briquettes or like a stainless steel flame tamer. The advantage to a flame tamer is I think it actually produces less flare-ups and you have to clean it less. I don't think it's quite as even heat as the ceramic briquettes. So historically, the ceramic briquettes are gonna promote more even heat. But when you have grease and gunk pile up on here, it's what I like to call, and what I patented, the name Flare-Up City. Alfresco says, we're gonna invent something new. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, I've never seen anything like this. So these are ceramic flame tamers, ceramic glass flame tamers. It's actually a Thermaglass, so I don't know if they invented it or they're, anyways, but it's resistant to heat. Tempered glass wouldn't work because that's gonna shatter at around 500 degrees. Not shatter, but definitely have thermal damage. They're saying that's not gonna happen here. Ceramic briquettes retain heat really, really well, which is a good thing. The problem is let's say your grill gets away from you and it gets too hot. Those ceramic briquettes are gonna retain that heat for a long period of time, so it's hard to back your grill down. So you can go to big temperature swings quickly with these. The other advantage is because it's gonna be hot glass, what do you think is gonna happen to your grease?
Should just burn right off, right?
Should just burn right off. And so we should be avoiding flare-up city. So they're using like a classic H-style burner system. I believe they use a titanium infused steel. At least that's what they did on their old ones. This is acting more as like a connector here. So it's like a hood here. It's gonna kind of keep the burners connected. I'm gonna imagine that's gonna be helpful for wind and everything like that. I know from cooking on this, these burners work really well. Let's see if we can see. There's the burners. See that little stainless steel burner for the smoker tray? Wow, that's actually pretty slick. I've never seen a gas grill with that well integration, that good of integration with smoker. There's our hot surface igniters going. I've never seen anything like that. I will tell you this grill is unique. So all your smoke's gonna sit up in here and kind of bellow. You know what this is? If you open up a Traeger, there's a mini half bowl in this. It's like a mini Traeger. Same design as a giant Traeger. This has to be temperature probes for our smart control features. So we have a digital display here. So we have a current temperature, our target temperature. Now there is app control. It is Bluetooth only, not Wi-Fi. Doesn't control the grill itself, like it doesn't actually modulate the grill, but it does give us digital readouts on everything. Now what's really, really cool is back in our grease tray here, I've never seen this in a gas grill. Bluetooth enabled wireless meat probe. What's really cool, because it's wireless, you could use it in your rotisserie.
I must recharge it too down there.
It's gotta. Wireless probe charger. Yep, that's what it says. That's pretty slick, huh? I mean, I could see this getting, well, it's pretty sturdy. Just trying to purposely break stuff in like a $12,000 grill. I just never seen little dongles kind of out in the open like that. This grill is kind of throwing me a little bit. This is really cool. All right, we're gonna take this outside and test it because I gotta come up with an answer if I like these or not. And we gotta find something really fatty to test. Let's see here. That's kind of cool. Okay, so it's pushing heat out the sides of these. That's kind of a cool little condensation visual to tell if your burners are on, huh?
I can definitely tell they're on.
Should we test some pellets out?
Got wood chips too.
Let's test pellets and wood chips. Because if this works well, and then you have like a really legit smoker inside a gas grill, that's gonna be awesome. So this is handy. Like, you know how sometimes like, oh, I want medium heat. Well, now it's like you can just count your colors and make sure you have it exactly dialed. So where if you wanted everything running at the same temp, we're gonna try high heat and see how good those flame tamers work. So they're right about the belly bar. Inside the grill, we're at over 600 degrees. Like this isn't even warm. All right, let's see if we have any smoke. It's burning my eyes. You can see it bellowing out the sides a little bit. If you're new to smoking, what's really, really bad smoke is that really dark gray, like blue smoke. That's not good smoke because that's like the kind of smoke that's gonna make your food taste like creosote, like it's inside a chimney. That's not good smoke. This clear smoke is kind of what gives you that nice, like sweet flavor. That's exactly what we're looking for. Dude, I think you could use this as a real smoker because I like the longevity of it. Like just kind of slow and steady smoke. Like would it replace like a full-blown smoker? Probably not, but this would be really close because when you're smoking, most of your smoke flavor comes in the first like 10 minutes of the cook. I think that's cool. I think it would serve its purpose, but to add smoke flavor to your food. What are we supposed to do with all this whiskey, Tony, that you set out? Whiskey steak? Ever had a whiskey steak?
I haven't, no.
You know what? I haven't either. I'm just going totally rogue here. This is definitely gonna be more flammable. I mean, we're gonna put this thing through the ringer. Let's go test what happens when you put straight butter on the cooking grates. I wanna see how bad it flares up. When you're doing this, in the fairness of the grill, we should see flare-ups pretty fast, but the point is they should incinerate fast too. See that? Just got away from me. That's pouring all over that glass panel. I think we overfilled the drip liner.
I'm sure that thing's pretty full.
I don't think that thing's designed for that, is it? Well, there goes a stick of butter. I'll admit, that was a bad test. Let's try this. Dude, look, it's like kicking up the burner, but the burner's staying encapsulated in the glass tube. I didn't think about that. So it actually is causing a flare up, but that glass burner's stopping indirect flame. Whoa. Dude, could this thing have 0 flare ups?
Oh, we should have known. We smelled it.
Yeah.
It comes from across the way.
He's probably hungry if I were to guess, if I were to just make an assumption. Yeah. Teenage boy hungry? This right burner is definitely hotter. Maybe we should move him over to the right burner. One thing we didn't talk about is you can drop in different accessories. So you could pull these burners out and do an infrared burner if you wanted to. Although these are cooking so well, I don't know. One of the reasons I like infrared is it's the best at not flaring up, but this is almost simulating that. So I don't know that you need to. And then they almost have like a little deep fryer accessory that goes in the middle here too. So there's a bunch of cool accessories that you can swap in and out with this grill too. This is one of the more well thought out gas grills I've ever tested. And I really, really like it. That was pretty uneventful. Look at that. Those sear marks are just strictly from the grill grates. Let's see how it did. It's pretty juicy. Got a good sear. That whiskey has a strong flavor. All right, that's good. Really good. That thing did phenomenal with flare-ups. All right, so what are my thoughts on the Alfresco? We're in our top 5 luxury wall. The Lynx grill has 2-stage rotisserie, and almost this looks a little reminiscent of the Alfresco burners. That's what I really like about this grill. It doesn't flare up. The Alfresco has that, and it has the 2-stage rotisserie. But I don't like these springs. I don't like, it's not quite robust enough, not quite tall enough. Fire Magic's okay. The Twin Eagles has the same rotisserie burner, really beefy, 2-stage, but it uses flame tamers or ceramic briquettes. The Heston also has the hidden rotisserie motor, but uses ceramic briquettes, although they are reversible. This has always been my favorite grill in this price point, always. The Alfresco is the first grill really having me think second thoughts. Like the spring assisted hood on the Alfresco's just as good as this. It has actually 2 layers of rotisserie. The drip pan is better on the Alfresco. The rotisserie burner seems better. It's got the double smoker tray integrated into it. And those glass flame tamers are real. That thing's a real deal, man. It definitely belongs in the top 5. It's a shame it didn't come here in time for me to shoot it and include it. We might just have to reshoot that video. What do you think?
I think so.
Question is, will it beat out the Heston? I'm gonna cook on it a little more and let you know. But from everything I've seen, that's the first grill that has really stumped me going through it. What did you think, Alex?
I thought it was pretty awesome. I mean, looking at the Heston behind you, I think looks-wise, it looks a little more substantial, the grill you're standing in front of right now, but feature-wise, that Alfresco really impressed me. So.
Yeah, really good quality product. Alfresco didn't just come out with a new grill to come out with a new grill. That thing is legit, man. Also, guys, we cooked on that specifically for this video. My displays, though, gotta be nice and tidy. So we're putting in a new display right here, but I can't put in that dirty cooked on one. Even if we clean it up, it still just doesn't quite show as good. If you wanna buy that actual display that I cooked on, my actual YouTube demo, you can have the grill that Trevor cooked on. We'll sell it to you at a discount. Call us, we'll hook you up with it, and then we'll put a fresh one in here.